Hi, welcome to Loopy Mabel's Closet. I'm Jane. Today's vlog is all about the vests stroke tanks, and I've made 3 off my list of my 10 free vests vlog that I made, and thought I'd share them with you. Hi, welcome back, and if you just found my little corner of the world, please don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow along with all my sewing. And before I start, what am I wearing? I am wearing my Tilly and the Buttons Frankie t-shirt, which is off the 10 freebie long sleeve t-shirts that I have did a vlog for you, and I'll put the link for that up there. I've worn this, in fact I've worn all 3 of those 3 that I made off the list, worn all 3 of them. Absolutely love them all, and they will definitely be well worn throughout the year, definitely. Today it's really cloudy and windy, even though it's July and it's a little bit cooler. Pop one of these on, perfect. Obviously I've added one in my raggy brooch, as I do. And nice casual day today. And also, before I go on, my husband, lovely husband John, is still in hospital with pneumonia. It's absolutely awful. Thank you all for your lovely comments and your kind words. It's really does... It's really comforting for me. Thank you very much, because it really is awful. I can't explain because I can't go and visit him, and it's a long day. Every day's been in there over a week now, and it's a long day for him, and he still doesn't understand why I can't come and sit with him, and it's just heartbreaking. It really is. But I'm hoping the next vlog, fingers crossed, the next vlog I do, I'll be able to say he's home. So fingers crossed, I've got everything crossed. I'm hoping tomorrow, when I speak to the consultant, that he's going to get discharged. I am not getting my hopes up just in case, but I really do hope so, because he really needs to come home, because he's quite tearful and it's awful, really awful. But I shall keep you posted. I'm fine. If you're all wondering, I am fine. Thank you so much for asking after me. I'm just sewing. I'm just sitting in my room. I've got one of my cats eyeballing me here across the room. I've got my mum and dad 2 doors down, my 3 children. I'm absolutely fine. It's just very unsettling being on my own, well, not on my own, but not having John there and in the background, what have you. So it's really weird. But we're all going through some strange times, aren't we, anyway? So we've all got to keep our chin up no matter what our circumstances are. And that's the only way I'm getting through each day. I'm just thinking positive, and that's how I do it, and that's how I get through my day. And thank you all for asking after me. So back to some sewing, because that's what we all love and that's what keeps us going, I'm sure it does. And I've had a go at making 3 of the vests from my vlog I did with the 10 free vest stroke tanks, depends how you say it, wherever you are in the world. And I thought I'd share them with you. So out of the 3, I'll pop the link to that vlog up there as well, in case you hadn't seen that vlog and you wanted a refresh on the 10 vests. I mean, a vest is a vest, isn't it, really? I mean, there's not an awful lot to say about a vest, but there is a couple of different styles. This one's slightly different to the other 2. This is the, which one is this one? Forgotten already. This is the curved hem tank by Ellie and Mac, and I did this in the size large. I just based the sizes on the body measurements. Now, if you're interested, I'm a 38 bust, 29-30 waist, and about 39 hip. So I just went off what the measurements were, and that's how I come to pick the sizes. So I got quite a nice little delivery of jersey fabrics again, because I was running short on proper lengths of jersey fabric. I've got plain lengths, just plain basic jersey that I wanted for my vests, my t-shirts and my long sleeve tees, because I really want to stock up. And then I've got them all made for the autumn and the winter and what have you. So I got a nice little delivery of just plain jerseys, and this lovely dirty yellow, I would call it, which is really nice. I'm not a great one of bright yellows, but I really like this. It's like a dirty yellow, I would say. And I thought, all right, I'd make the curved hem tank by Ellie and Mac in this one. And I just thought I'd liven it up, and I just added a bit of that lovely floral fabric for the arm and the neck bands. I've still got quite a bit of that left, so I wanted to use it, and I thought, well, it's got the yellow in the floral, so I just bring it out. It just gives it a little something. And I quite like it because it obviously has got the curved hem, as the name says, as it says on the tin. And I'll just turn Mabel around just to show you the silhouette. So it goes up at the side, and it's quite a decent length at the back as well. And it's quite a looser fitting vest. It's not, you know, like a fitted one. Ones that I would wear for like layering underneath. It's much more looser. Flowy type of style, and I mean there's not much more to say about it really, but this obviously I've planned with this one. I will definitely wear this as I will with all three of them, because they're all nice. I'm all pleased with all three of them. I would definitely wear them. And not a great one for showing my arms. I have been working on my arms, by the way. Actually, I've had to give up on the yoga because it absolutely kills my wrists. I've got really poor, weak wrists. And I've got a ganglion on this one. I don't know if you can see, you know, a ganglion, which is like some sort of swelling on the joint there, and that's really painful. So a lot of yoga's all on the deck, isn't it, on the floor, and absolute agony. So I've given up on the yoga for the minute, but I've got my hand weights out, and I've been doing my arm weights every night, at least 60, doing different things, you know, all that. So I am working on my arms to tone them, but it isn't going to happen overnight. And I'm not a great one anyway for showing bare arms unless I'm on holiday, you know, in a nice, by the pool or anything like that. So even in England, if it's a heat wave, you won't catch me wearing, very rarely, bare arms. So my intention is to either wear my vests over a t-shirt or over a long sleeve tee as well. And I'll pop some pictures up of me wearing all of my vests in the garden, and they're all over a white long sleeve tee because it's cold outside anyway. But that's how I'm going to wear them anyway. And there's no reason why you can't layer a vest as you can layer a t-shirt. I love to layer, as you probably know if you follow me. So I thought, oh, this would go quite nice. Just lay it over a t-shirt, over some jeans or maybe my cargo pants, even some linen pants. And it's definitely going to be worn dressed up rather than dressed down. And I just think it's a really nice top. So obviously I put some pictures up of me wearing it. As you can see, it is a looser silhouette on it. And this is, it's a finer knit cotton. It's got plenty of stretch in it, good 4-way stretch. And what more can you say on a vest? The only thing, if anybody knows the answer to this, please let me know in the comments box. Why do some of the vest patterns have a seam down the back? Now, is it, the only thing I can think of, is it so you can get more, you can get it cut out of like less fabric, if you know what I mean? You don't need that length for the folds. Is that the reason? Because I just do not see the purpose of having a seam down the back of a vest. I'd never understand that. But anyway, this has got the seam down the vest, so the only thing I could think of, like I say, is that you can possibly cut it out of your fabric, and you don't need all the length, because you can, you know, you can cut it across on a shorter length because you don't need the fold. I don't know, I'm not sure, but if anybody knows the reason behind that, if it's other than that, then please let me know, because I'd love to know. And the neck and the armbands, I would say that this is the thinnest I would go. My last one I'll show you, I'll explain on that one. That I would say that's the thinnest I would be prepared to go. I went with it because I thought, well, I'll follow the pattern, but me personally, I like to see a little bit more, just a little bit more in the neck band, just, you know, a touch more. And it's just literally verging on being too thin for me, but it's fine, it's absolutely fine. But if I make it again, I will just add maybe another centimetre to the bands, just so you can see a little bit more. But apart from that, it's super simple. I mean, if you're new to dressmaking or new to jersey sewing, these vests are just so easy, because literally you've got a front and a back, or in some cases a front and two backs, and you have to sew the seam up. Then you just stitch the shoulder seams, the side seams, stitch your bands, and then stitch your bands on. Literally done. And I've obviously finished off with my cover stitch. Now on this one, I think this one and the blue one, no, on this one I kept the 3 needles in my cover stitch, so you've got that 3 needle effect. But I've since then took one of the needles out, and I've gone down to the 2 needle cover stitch, and I just think it does look a little bit better than the 3. So, but that one I left the three on that one. So that is the curved hem tank by Ellie and Mac. and that was size large. So moving on to the next one. So I'm just going to swap the mannequin over. No, I'm not. I'm just going to swap the vest over, not the mannequin. Mabel is not getting swapped. So I really like that. So the next one is, I've done this all in one colour just to show you. So this is this lovely blue. I got some more of this blue in. I made one of my t-shirts out with this. It's absolutely beautiful quality. This is definitely a cotton jersey. And this is more like a proper fitted vest tank, I would say. That's it. I think she's dressed now. And this is the Itch to Stitch Lago tank, and I did this in size 8. And I say I've done this in this lovely baby blue, and obviously you can see the difference in the cover stitch. I've done it in with just the two needles there. I think it does look a little bit better. And what more can you say on this? It's a tank of vest. This just comes in the 2 pieces, so they're both cut on the fold. So this is even easier. So you literally got the 2 shoulders to sew, the 2 sides to sew, then you put the bands on. Now can you see these bands, the neck band and the arm bands? I think they're a much better width. It just got that little bit more to it, I think. And as I say, this has got more of, I would say, more of the classic vest shape. There's the back, and again a really nice length too, and that's size 8, so just gives you an idea of what size 8 is. Maybe if I had done the size 6, it would have been a little bit more, maybe a touch more fitted, but I'm happy with this because, as I say, it's going to be a layering. I'm going to layer over long sleeves or even t-shirts, and again I probably had a little brooch to it and nice little outfit with my jeans. So that's my intention with these vests. I thought if any of them I wasn't too keen on or just didn't like the style, then they would have been plonked in the pyjama drawer. None of them that I've made are going to go in the pyjama drawer anyway, not for the moment anyway, maybe when they get a little bit worn and I'll wear them for bed. But no, I like all 3, really pleased with them all, and I love this fabric. I'll pop the link for where I got all this jersey from. It's flamingo fabrics and really good quality, and they come really speedily as well. And they've got some really good colours choices too. So this is I think it's my 3rd order from them. So I was really, really quite pleased with their fabrics. So that is the Itch to Stitch Lago tank. Loads of sizes as well, and you know, I think they go from 00 all the way up to 22, I think it is. So there's plenty of sizes for everybody. So yeah, so really pleased with that, and it fits really nice. I like the shaping on the back on this, proper vest shaping at the back, almost like racer back, you know, type of style. Obviously not racer back, but it's got a lot more shaping to it at the back. And as I say, the length is really good, so you can tuck it in, plenty of length to tuck it in, or leave it out and maybe do a half tuck at the front or something like that. So that's number 2. So we're doing well so far. I'm really pleased with them so far. And the last one, I shall just take this one off Mabel. Sorry, Mabel. And the last one, again, I've done a 2-tone because I wanted to use up my scraps hanging around. This is the Durango tank by Hey June Handmade. And again, really good length on this one. I've got it on a right. There we go. And yeah, so this is the Durango, and very similar, I would say, to the Itch to Stitch Lago tank. I would say, again, quite fitted, but this one, the difference is this one's got the seam down the back, which is quite useful actually. This may be the reason why, because I only had, this is some scrap jersey I had left over. Now I managed to get this out of that scrap jersey because obviously I only needed the fold for the front, And then I managed to do a bit of pattern Tetris and got obviously the 2 pieces for the back out. So maybe that is the reason. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. And then I picked out the blue floral that I've still got plenty of to do just something a little different for the armbands and the neckbands. But the original one I made up, I stitched it all together, didn't think really about the width of the armbands and the neckbands, stitched it all together, off in my own little world as I do, and did the cover stitch and everything. But when I come to look at it, I mean, that's the pattern for the armbands and the neckbands, how really, really thin, and 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. So by the time I'd stitched them on, you literally could only see literally a tiny bit thinner than the first one, thinner than the curved hem, literally like that. And I just thought, well, that's neither here nor there, you can't hardly see it. And it made this length that I cut it to for the arms, there was not enough stretch in that. The length was almost the same length as the arm, so it made the arm hold quite wavy because there was no tension. So I literally sat and unpicked all my, because I'd cover stitched it all, sat and unpicked all the cover stitch for them all, and then unpicked the overlock stitch, so unpicked it all back to just the vest, and then I cut out fresh strips for obviously the arms and the neck and made them wider. And then I did my 85% calculation to get my lengths, which were a lot shorter than these. In fact, I think I might have the piece. That was the length in the end that I cut the armholes, because I measured and I did my 85% calculate. In fact, that's the width I did, sorry. That's the original neckband, but that's the original armbands, which were far too thin. So I cut out the armbands using the neckband width, and then I did my calculation for the length, and that's how long my armbands were in the end. This is the original piece for the length, and you can see the difference in length on the original piece. You can see there was far too much, and that's why the armholes were all wavy. So with my 85% calculation, that's the length of the new bands, and they are spot on, and I think look really pretty with that blue fabric. So a little bit of labour of love sitting unpicking all that, but I don't mind. I quite like unpicking. I think it's quite therapeutic, and I wanted it to be right because I wanted to wear it, and I'm really pleased I stuck with it and changed those armbands. And another lovely vest top. So that one and the Lago tank, very similar in shape and style, and either of these two I'll probably go to make. Probably go for the Lago because it's just the 2 pieces, but if I was short for fabric, the Durango. And you just got the seam at the back. And again, they're all really good lengths, so you can the cat hair there, so you could tuck them in or wear them out, which I'll be doing. Obviously got some pictures up of me wearing them. And yeah, so I'm really pleased with these 3 I've chosen, and there's none of them I would not make again, and all fit lovely. That was the size. What size did I do that one, in case you're wondering? Size 12 for the Durango, and that's Hey June handmade. And I quite like that contrasting neckband and armband. I think it just livens it up a bit. And it's a good way of using your scraps. I must say my gusset box, all my scraps, my gusset box is overflowed. I will have knickers till I'm in my 80s because I've got tons and tons of leftover jersey, enough to make a pair of pants, and loads of small scraps to make gussets. So I'll be wearing knickers well into my 80s. John always laughs. There might be mishmash of colours, but there'll be knickers, pretty knickers with bits of me knicker elastic on the edge, so it'll be quite nice. So those are the 3 I made. So let me know if you've made any of that off that list of the 10, and is any that your particular favourites. But I'm really pleased with these 3, and I'm quite happy with those patterns, and I'll be going to any of those patterns again if I ever feel like I need adding some vests to my wardrobe. So all in all, I was really pleased with the 3 long sleeve tees that I chose off that list. They're all ones I will go to again. And the t-shirts, yep, I quite liked. I think my favourite from the t-shirt list was the Orlando t-shirt from Sewists magazine. I think that was my favourite, but I raised the neckline on that one if I remember. So I'm quite happy with all of the makes that I've done in my series of the freebies. I hope it's helped you choose as well, and I'm always on the lookout for new patterns, so I shall let you know if I find anything else that's new for you all. We like a freebie, don't we? No, I do. Yeah, so thumbs up if you enjoyed today's vlog. I hope I've inspired you, enlightened you a little bit more into making some vests. Super easy. Don't be put off. You can do it. You don't need a cover stitch either. You don't even need an overlocker either. You can do all of these on a normal sewing machine. Just don't forget to set your stitch to the lightning stitch if your machine's got it, or the zigzag stitch, because you just need that stretch in your stitch so your stitches don't pop when you pop them over your head. So you can just do them all on a plain machine, so don't let it put you off. I know I used to say this, in fact, that I could quite easily go to Primark and buy a vest for £2, £2.50. Yep, I could still do that. But for me, it's all about the process and the making and just being in that lovely sewing space. So that's why I've been doing it. I'm just enjoying it. So I'm going to do what I enjoy. I'm almost, I'm at 85% of a handmade wardrobe now. I'm almost there. So I'll keep working on it. What have I got coming? I have got lots of projects coming. I've got a beautiful blog make for Felicity Fabrics coming. I've also got another blog make for the sewing directory coming, and I've also got my Sew the Look coming soon. That's hopefully coming next week. So I've got it all cut out, ready to sew my latest Sew the Look. And if there's anything you'd like me to do a vlog about, please just let me know in the comments box below. I'm always open to ideas, lots of ideas. Please keep them coming to me, and I'll try and do my best. But until the next time, thanks for joining me today. Thanks for all your well wishes for my husband. Hopefully I can tell you he's home next time. And I shall see you on my next sewing vlog. Until then, thanks so much and happy sewing.